Hello and welcome back to Loving Growth. Today I'm going to talk about Amazon FBA in the UK, how I've been selling on Amazon to make hundreds of thousands of pounds, and how I've taught students to do it, and why it's better to sell in the UK than the USA, even though the USA is a bigger market with more money and more opportunity. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know how to make money from home, build your wealth, we're all about loving growth on this channel. So of course, money and wealth is a huge part of it. So first of all, who am I? If you're new to this channel, my name is Josh Morris, and together with Shimmy Morris, my little brother, we have built an Amazon business. Since 2014, we've been selling on Amazon and made hundreds of thousands of pounds and dollars per year on Amazon using Amazon FBA. So if you're new here, we talk a lot about self-development, self-growth, happiness, love, relationships, all the good things that you have that you can improve your life, you know, your fitness, your income, your general happiness, self-development, improving your mind so you can grow by building a business, doing things from home, whatever you want to do, whatever your goals are. But of course, you're here to learn about Amazon FBA. So my goal today in this video is to destroy some myths about Amazon in the US, about why it's better to sell in the US. And I'm going to answer the main question of which is better to sell in the UK or the US. And I'm going to focus on explaining the real numbers behind it, and I'm going to give my own personal story as well. So I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. This is from my own personal experience, having been selling on Amazon for the past 4 years. So let's dive right into it. So first of all, what is Amazon FBA? Well, if you've never heard of it, or if you've just started researching, or if you're new to this channel, Amazon FBA, it stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And all that means is that you order a bulk amount of stock, of inventory, whatever you're selling on Amazon, and you send it to Amazon to hold in their fulfillment centers. They have fulfillment centers all over the world, in the US, in the UK, everywhere. They're massive factories run by robots that go under the shelves and take the product that the customer selected and put it on the conveyor belt, and it goes into a lorry, and that takes it to distribution centers, and then that takes it to the customers and the fleet of all the people who deliver your items, and then you get a product delivered to your door. That's how Amazon works on the back end. So selling means that once you've shipped your items to Amazon, Amazon take over and they fulfill by Amazon. So they will fulfill your orders for you. When a customer purchases on Amazon, you don't have to touch the order, you don't have to see it, you don't have to order it or deliver it, you don't have to go to the post office or do anything. Since the product is in an Amazon warehouse, they just pick and pack and ship it to the customer, so it's completely hands-free for you. So if you've set up this business correctly, and it's why it's such a powerful business to build, to have from home, making money from home, then you've pretty much got an automated income stream from Amazon, one of the most legitimate places to sell products. So it's a really, really powerful method. It's why we did it. It's why we love to teach it. And here I'm going to explain what the differences are between the UK and the US, because everybody seems to ask, should I sell in the USA? Should I start by selling in the US? Because there's so much money in the US. The US has a market that's almost 5 times the size of the UK. I think it's like 200 and something billion, where the UK is just 20 billion. And the numbers change, so I'm not going to bring you exact statistics because you can go ahead and look them up. They increase every year and they're fluctuating. But the US has always been bigger than the UK, and I don't see any reason for that changing. But there's a secret hidden statistic that you need to know about. This is really, really key because, again, while everybody thinks that where all the money is, that's where all the opportunity is, you have to chase the money. The problem is that US customers on average spend 5 times less than UK customers. And again, I won't pull up the stats right here. If you want to check them out, go and research them. I've just spent the last couple hours researching these stats. So again, I'm not pulling them out of thin air. UK customers spend 5 times more than US customers. So while there is more money in the US, it's because there is a considerable amount more customers, right? Way more customers. And what that also means, unfortunately, is that there's a lot more sellers. So we'll get to that point in a second. So far, you know that even though the UK is a smaller market, the customers are paying more to spend on that market. So the customers are worth more money to you, right? So already it's seemingly better to sell in the UK. But what else? Another important statistic is the potentiality for new customers. So whenever you enter into a business, you have to know that there's growth potential. So I want to tell you how to make money on Amazon from 2020 to 2025. Okay, it's a 5-year plan. I'm making this video right now in January 2020, and we're thinking how to make money for the next 5 years on Amazon. And really, you want to be making money for the foreseeable future, for the rest of your life, hopefully, with products that once you set up, they keep making money on autopilot. So it's really key to have a future. Now, why is this important? Why am I talking about this? Well, because in the US market has already captured about 67% of households who are already Prime members and already are using Amazon, right? So 67%. So there's not that much more to grow in America, in the US. However, the UK only has 30 to 40% of Prime members yet. Okay, so what that means is that there is another 60% to grow, 60 to 70% more opportunity to grow into in the next 5 years if you sell in the UK market. But if you go to the US, not only are you faced with more competition, less customer purchasing power because they spend 5 times less, but you've also got this problem that in the next 5 years, your growth is going to be minimal compared to the UK. So let me adjust my notes here. Okay, so you can see I did do the research. I've got my notes here. There is another huge number that you have to know about if you're considering selling in the US or the UK. And I already mentioned it once, and it's the amount of sellers. Now, surely, if you go into, let's say you go into a shop or a street and there is only one seller. Let's say, for example, you're in the desert, right? Let's use an extreme example. You're in the desert and there's a lemonade stand right there in the desert, and people are walking through. Why are they walking through the desert? I don't know. Follow me with example. And everyone is going to go to this one lemonade stand, right? But if there's 300 lemonade stands, then they're just going to go and maybe go to one lemonade stand or maybe 2 and then move off because they've got their lemonade. Now, would you rather sell in a desert where there is 1 or 2 stands or a desert where there are thousands of stands, right? Assuming the same amount of people. You would obviously want to sell in the desert with the fewer stands so you could stand out. Now, let's bring this back to Amazon. Amazon has about 6 million total sellers on FBA, of which 2 to 3 million of those are active sellers. So millions and millions of sellers, most of them being in the US, approximately 4 to 5 million sellers in the USA. In the UK, there are only about 250 to 300,000 sellers in the UK. It's not even 1 million sellers in the UK. So going back to the lemonade stand, where would you rather sell? Where all of the sellers have congregated and the customers are spending less, or where there are less sellers and the customers spend more? Right? So I hope it's dawning on you that you want to be selling in the UK. It's very, very powerful. And let's bring this back to a little story. When me and Shimmy started our Amazon business back in 2014, 2015, we started selling in the USA. Why? Because it has more money, there's more customers, and there's more opportunity. So we didn't make a mistake because we did very well. After our first 100 grand in the USA, we moved to the UK. We didn't move, we added our products to the UK market, and they did so well in the UK that we shifted our focus completely to the UK, and that was a couple of years after we'd already started selling on Amazon in the USA. So from our own personal experience, we moved to the UK and we saw our sales improve, customers spend more, the pound was worth more than the dollar, so we made more money per sale. It was easier to manage because we live in the UK, so if you happen to live in the UK, it's an even better reason to sell in the UK. But if you live in the US, maybe that's your reason to want to sell in the US. And we always tell our students, some of which have gone on to make £50,000 per month now, we always tell our students to sell in the country that you start in, right? That you live in. If you live in Germany, sell in Germany. If you live in the US, sell in the US. If you live in the UK, sell in the UK, simply because you can order stock to your home and it's a little bit easier to manage the items. You're on the same time frame as your customers, and the dollar, pound, euro, it's all in the same currency that you're used to, so all the business numbers are the same. Since you're setting up a business, it's in the same country where you're selling, so everything, it's a little bit smoother. However, if you're just thinking about whether to sell in the UK or the USA, think about this, and I'll close off with this. There are more competitors in the USA. There is less growth potential in the USA because they've already captured so much market share. The customers spend less in the USA, right? So they spend more in the UK. So if you're thinking about long-term opportunities, if you think about selling from 2020 to 2025 or even beyond, and you want to have a passive income working from home, then I recommend you sell in the UK. But of course, you can make your own personal choice. Now, if you want to learn how to do this, me and Shimmy, we've created a course called A's on University. I've already told you about a couple of students who've made 50K or more. We've got students who are just starting out, getting their first sales. We've got tons of success stories on our website. If you don't believe me, check out what they say in the success stories. Go to azonyou.net/success story, or just go to azonyou.net, and right there at the top we've got success stories. You can see the full course, and we've got free training as well. So we really wanted to make it easy for you, and it's so hard to put everything into a YouTube video, which I do sort of on the fly. I do with these flashcard notes, because I'm running a business. I'm not running a YouTube channel primarily, but we've got free training on our website where we went deep in depth about how to find products, how to buy them from Alibaba, how to use Alibaba, how to select products that will really do well, how to get started selling them, all the numbers behind it. And we've made this with free training. We've got 3 free videos, and I think a 4th free video as well. We've got hundreds of people commenting below the video saying thank you for making this video, and they're loving it. So we know it's such good training. So if you want some free training to start learning how to do this Amazon FBA business from the UK, go ahead to azonyou.net. And at the top, you'll see 3 free videos, and you'll be able to sign up and get those 3 free videos right away. And if you want to purchase our full A's on University course and start this business properly, we have outlined the entire business from beginning to end, from finding products, getting them supplied for cheap, getting them over to Amazon, how to handle the shipping and the labeling, how to create a brand so that people know you and want to buy from you, how to set up your own website and sell on your website as well, how to sell in different marketplaces, how to get the sales in, how to get the reviews in, how to get those sales going, how to set it on autopilot so you can sit back and relax while Amazon fulfill your items to the customers, and you can just sit back and earn passive income from home. So I'd love to teach you how to do that. So go ahead, check out azonyou.net. That's azonu.net. Check it out if you like. That's it for this video. This is me, Josh, from Loving Growth, talking about wealth, which is a huge pillar of loving growth. In the next video, we'll talk maybe about mindset, dating, love, relationships, happiness, health. Who knows? This channel is all about improving yourself in every possible way. And in this video, I hope I told you a little bit more about selling in the UK on Amazon FBA versus selling in the USA. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you liked this video, or smash the like button, as they say on YouTube. And I'm going to close this off. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have an awesome day. Bye-bye.